Hey everyone, it's Cass. Today I wanted to do a what's in my pen case video. I haven't done one of those in a while, and there really wasn't much variety last time I did one. There's a little more variety with this one today. So the pens that I keep my currently inked or currently in rotation pens in is this. This is the Franklin-Christoph Penvelope 6 in the boot brown leather. I did do a review of this pen case a little bit ago, and then I did like a much more in-depth review of this style like way before that. They're both way back on the channel somewhere. So if you want to see reviews or overviews of this case, I do have those. I guess I can link them. I can put them in the description box below if you want to see that. So this is what I use. I just keep it propped up against the wall on my desk, and then it just opens up like this whenever I want to grab a pen. If I want to keep it open, I can just fold this back and set it on my desk, and so my pens are easily accessible. I can just quickly grab them. So here's what I'll go over. We'll just look at the case real quick. I really, really like this leather. It's very smooth. I love touching it. It's worn pretty nicely since I've had it. Also, excuse the ink on my fingers. I just got done cleaning some pens that I hadn't been using. All right, so here we have my pens. I'm going to take them out one at a time. I'm going to be doing writing samples with each of them. They are not all fountain pens, so just know that. We're going to zoom in a bit. And we'll start with my Pilot Prera. So I haven't shown this much on the channel. I've shown it a few times. I haven't done like a full video over it or anything because there's just a lot of videos out there of Preras already. I didn't know if it was needed, but this is the Pilot Prera in the ivory. This is a wonderful, wonderful pen. I love it so much. It writes beautifully, so smoothly. Smoothness is very important to me, and this pen really hits the spot with that. I love this nib. It is a wonderful, wonderful writer. And it feels really good to hold too. I really like the grip size and everything. Okay, so just starting off, woo, this is Cosmo Airlight paper, which is what I use for notes at my desk or journaling. I will number these. Pilot Prera in ivory. This is a fine steel nib, and it is inked up with Noodler's Heart of Darkness, which I have been using a lot lately. So my Pilot Prera. Up next is my Lamy 2000. I have made videos about this pen before, also shown it multiple times on the channel. This particular one is an extra fine, so I haven't shown this particular pen on the channel. I've had it since late last year. Whenever I started going back to thinner nibs, I bought the extra fine, and I plan on selling my others. This is the extra fine. Still writes pretty broadly for an extra fine, but that's the smallest I could go with this pen. And I have it inked up with Colorverse Rainy Day, which I've really been enjoying lately as well. I went through all my ink samples and pulled out some that I wanted to use since I'm supposed to be on, we'll say, a no-buy this year, especially for fountain pens and inks and everything. I went through all my samples. I have like 100, and pulled out some that I thought I might be able to use, like enough to use. And this was one of them, and this is a really beautiful blue. It's a very murky, gloomy blue, and I really, really like it. And it flows really well in the Lamy 2000. It shades really nicely on this paper. It's very smooth going down. I really, really like it. So next up is a pen you have not seen on this channel. It is my Faber-Castell Loom in the gunmetal matte, or matte gunmetal. I got this maybe a month ago. It was actually an early birthday present from my boyfriend. I got the fountain pen version and the rollerball version, which I've been using both of them a lot. I really love the rollerball version a lot, actually. This one, I had to swap the nib out with a Ferris wheel press carousel fountain pen, which I actually got in February. That was a Valentine's Day gift from my boyfriend. And the nib that this one came with, I got it with a steel extra fine, and it wasn't writing how I wanted it to. I tried to tune it, but I ended up messing it up, and so I swapped the Ferris wheel press nib onto this one. Thank goodness it fit. It fits perfectly, actually, and it writes like butter. It is so smooth. It's a little thicker than what I would want in a nib, but I don't even care anymore because it writes really smoothly, so it's okay. So yeah, this is the Faber-Castell matte gunmetal. I really, really love the colors on this one. I like the black mixed with this matte brown, mixed with this like dark silver gunmetal trim. I love all these three colors in one pen. And I really love the design of the loom. I have owned the original silver looms before, multiples, but they were always too heavy for me to use. But I loved the design so much that I was like, I can get through this. I can handle the weight, but I couldn't. And so I ended up just selling them. So this one weighs less than the original, so I'm able to use it, which is wonderful. I really, really love this pen. I love the looks. And this is a fine steel nib. And again, it is a Ferris wheel press nib that I transplanted onto this pen. I really love the design of this nib. It has a little, like a carousel horse on it. You know, like Ferris wheel press, the carousel, the theme, and the carnival theme and all that. This is a really pretty nib, and it writes wonderfully. And this is my favorite ink, of course, Diatramentus Aubergine. That's what the pen looks like. Oh my God, I love this pen so much. It's so comfortable to write with. Beautiful, love it so much. I don't know if the colors are showing up right. It's a little dark in here. I have terrible lighting in my room. All right, up next is the Lamy Safari Cream. I just did an unboxing of this pen. I have been using this one a lot. I really, really like it. I did switch the ink out. I did have Tatcha Cha Brown in it, and I put Noodler's Heart of Darkness in it. Like I said, I've been really using a lot of Noodler's Heart of Darkness. I love the color on this pen. I've been watching, even though I have the pen in my hands, I've still been watching a lot of other people do unboxings of their cream safaris, and it's wonderful. I like watching other people get really happy at opening up their pens. So that is the Lamy Safari Cream. With Noodler's Heart of Darkness with an extra fine steel nib. Okay, up next, we've got the non-fountain pen. I have also done a video of this pen before. This is my Sailor Pro Gear Imperial Black ballpoint pen. I use this pen mostly for writing in my 5 years diary, which I actually changed. I was using an Apica last year, but I switched over to the Leuchtturm this year. I just wanted more room for writing because some days I would want to write more than the Apica allowed. So I have been using this usually for that, the 5 years diary. I've really been enjoying it. I actually just finished writing a couple of entries in that a while ago. This is a really comfortable ballpoint to write with. And I Really, really like it. Still really like it. And this is just blue ballpoint ink. This is a gorgeous pen. Absolutely beautiful. I love this pen so much. This is the only nice ballpoint pen I own, and it does it for me. I have no desire to buy any other ballpoint pen, like a nice ballpoint pen. So lastly is my Delta Unica. This has been featured on my channel 4 million times. I'm sure you've all seen this before. I swapped this nib out with a Fountain Pen Revolution nib in an extra fine. It writes okay. I'm not super pleased with it. It's okay. It's smooth enough, but I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. It sings, if you know that term for the nibs, whenever it writes. This has got chalk brown in it. Oh. And that is my Delta Unica. I've had this one. This is probably the pen that I still use that I've had the longest. That's like still in rotation. I've had it since 2017, I think. All right, so those are the pens I'm currently using or have inked up or used recently, we'll say. All right, if you have any questions, just let me know, or would like to see anything else, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.